Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And what a gorgeous day out there today. Almost a carbon copy of yesterday as we move up north outside our weather window today into Okanagan County and our Billy Goat camera up around the Pateros-Brewster area. You can see where the Methow River meets the Columbia River. And what a day all over north central Washington with bright, beautiful sunshine out there, light winds for the most part today, and just beautiful temperatures with about normal readings around the area, some lower 90s, but most temperatures today in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. We do have some wind coming our way, and that will elevate our wildfire risk. We're talking tomorrow night and then especially into Friday, mainly because we'll see some windy conditions. Not terrible here in the Wenatchee area. We'll see a little bit stronger winds to our east. Also, that isolated lightning you see on that slide will be farther to our east from Moses Lake over into Ritzville, maybe into the Spokane area. We won't see gusts to 30 miles an hour, but we will see a steady wind in Wenatchee on Friday between 10 and 20 miles an hour, which will elevate our wildfire risk as well. And we'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. NCWLIFE has obtained police body cam video of a brawl between Moses Lake police officers and people at a home early Saturday morning. A large sinkhole on South Wenatchee Avenue that developed after a heavy rainstorm in late June is proving problematic for Chelan County road crews. And campfire restrictions go in effect August 1st as the threat of wildfire intensifies on national forest lands. But first, we begin tonight. The driver of a white SUV took Wenatchee and then East Wenatchee police for a ride this morning in a high-speed chase through the valley. The chase began in Wenatchee around 10 o'clock this morning and finally ended when the vehicle crashed into a brick wall barrier outside Bob's Burgers and Brew on Grant Road in East Wenatchee. Nobody was injured in the chase, and the driver was taken into custody without incident. Details are still sketchy surrounding the incident, and we'll have more on that chase tomorrow right here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Well, NCWLIFE has obtained police body cam video of a brawl between Moses Lake police officers and people at an Ivy Street home early Saturday morning. Here's a look at how events unfolded. Police had followed a suspect from a bar disturbance to the home.
Back to the car now. Put your hands out.
For what?
Put your hands on top of your head.
For what?
Put your hands on top of your head.
For what?
What happened?
I got him right here.
Hey, you guys have no reason to stop us.
I do.
I just want to
Stop.
As they attempted to detain 21-year-old Alejandro Serraz, others at the home got involved, with 18-year-old Robert Reasonable reportedly charging Officer Mitchell Homan.
Step away right now. Step away right now. Step away.
Okay, I'm trying to get her back.
During the ensuing scuffle, 28-year-old Miguel Perez sucker punched Homan in the back of the head, police said.
I'm trying to push him back like you said.
Oh, you're going to push on people. You pushing on me.
When Officer Nick Stewart released Serraz to assist the other officers, Serraz reportedly hit Stewart in the back with a full beer bottle before running off. At that point, Stewart remotely released Canine Chief, who bit Perez in the abdomen, causing others at the home to back off.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. Where's your driver?
Serraz was tracked down the next morning at a convenience store where he was arrested.
I don't even know what's going on.
He's under arrest.
Why?
He assaulted an officer last night.
I heard someone's under arrest. Who was?
You're under arrest
For what?
for assaulting an officer
Do you
last
have
night.
proof?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, turn around.
No, I'm not turning around. No, I'm not under arrest for what?
Stop.
You guys better kill me. You guys better kill me.
Stop.
Dude, kill me, dude. Kill me, shoot me, bro.
Stop.
Shoot me. Shoot me, bro. Shoot me.
Xavier.
Yeah,
I know.
Grant Olson, NCWLIFE News. A large sinkhole on South Wenatchee Avenue that developed after a heavy rainstorm in late June is proving problematic for Chelan County road crews. A small section of the street will remain closed indefinitely between Boudry and Beezer Streets while the county weighs its options for repairing it. The damage from that sinkhole, which is about 10 feet wide in diameter, extends to the stormwater conveyance system beneath it, which is beyond repair. With earlier plans to replace stormwater pipe in the area still in the design stage, the county is trying to determine if there's a short-term fix they can implement. Well, campfire restrictions go into effect August 1st as the threat of wildfire intensifies on national forest lands. The U.S. Forest Service says visitors from Natchez to the Methow Valley will be required to limit campfires to developed campgrounds. The Level 1 restrictions prohibit campfires outside of designated recreation sites in some wilderness areas starting tomorrow. Well, coming up next on the NCWLIFE Evening News, a new center has opened in Wenatchee that will help families with special needs and chronically ill children to get access to the care, programs, and support they need. Today was the final day on the job for Chelan County Fire and Rescue Chief Tim Lemon. And construction work continues at Stevens Pass Ski Resort for a major chairlift replacement project. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work. And I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you, we drop it off, then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back. In another news, a new center is opened in Wenatchee that will help families with special needs and chronically ill children to get access to the care, programs, and support they need. Here with more on the new center is NCWLIFE's Kyle Montgomery.
The Brave Warrior Project opened their first facility 3 weeks ago and held a ribbon-cutting ceremony and open house last night as a way to welcome all to come see their new space and meet members of the Brave Warrior Project team. The nonprofit organization, founded in 2017, works to eliminate barriers for children with special needs, chronic illness, and cancer in small-town communities such as Wenatchee by offering various programs in multiple areas to satisfy the children's needs. The 4,000-square-foot facility located at 18 North Mission Street occupies the old press room theater of the Wenatchee World Building and is home to a resource center, educational programs, and an inclusive play space for warrior kids. Brave Warrior director and founder Erica Moshi says the program helps local families by giving them access to resources and social experiences that are limited in areas like Wenatchee.
Families that have a child with chronic illness, disability, or cancer, we have to travel 2 + 3 hours for these programs. Social groups, for example, there are numerous programs in Seattle, Spokane, very limited here. There really are limited areas that our children are safe to play at, so we're really hoping that this facility will open up the doors for all of our families and kids to provide the opportunity that the bigger cities provide.
Brave Warrior parent Megan Barker says the organization is an excellent, inclusive support system that lets kids be kids regardless of their differences.
This is a very inclusive, open, welcoming environment. The kids can just be kids, they can just have fun, and there doesn't have to be any thought of their differences as human beings because of the things they may be going through.
The Brave Warrior Project hopes to get a permanent space in the future where they can provide gardens, animals, and opportunities for warrior kids to grow in a safe and loving environment. With NCWLIFE News, I'm Kyle Montgomery.
Great story. Well, today was the final day on the job for Chelan County Fire and Rescue Chief Tim Lemon. Lemon is leaving after 10 years to become the fire chief of North Whidbey Fire and Rescue. Deputy Chief Mark Donnell will take over as interim fire chief with the expectation he will be named permanent chief on January 1st. Well, construction work continues at Stevens Pass Ski Resort for a major chairlift replacement project. You may have noticed the Black Hawk helicopter doing some heavy lifting work. Using a 1-yard bucket and numerous cement trucks, 100 yards of cement was poured to provide bases for the 24 new steel towers being installed in coming weeks. The Black Hawk also removed numerous old steel towers weighing about 5,000 pounds each and will be back to install the new towers next month. The $35 million project is the largest investment in the history of Stevens Pass. Both the Brooks and Daisy chairlifts are being replaced with bigger, more modern quad lifts for the 2019-2020 season to increase lift capacity and serve underutilized terrain. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community. And that's pretty useful for everyone. Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, we're previewing a musical premiering tomorrow at the Numerica PAC. It's Hands on a Hardbody, a production featured in this year's annual Hot August Night series. Mike Magnotti, who is in the cast of the production, talks more with Jamie Donegan and Don Fox about bringing the musical to life.
What's the name of the show? Okay. And tell us why people should come to see it.
Hot August Night show is Hands on a Hardbody. It is a musical, a Broadway musical. It was on Broadway 6 years ago. And it is based on a documentary by S.R. Bindler about 10 people standing in a car dealership lot with their hands on a Nissan hardbody pickup truck. So that hardbody isn't what you think it is, just so you know.
No, I know you're thinking it might be,
you thought it might be Mike.
Something to do with me.
But yeah, it's not Mike either. Neither of us. And so the contest is these wonderful characters that are there for a lot of different reasons, and they are vying to win this truck. And it's a little slice of the American dream, you know, trying to trying to make something of their lives and make their lives better.
Now, this is not a real well-known show, though, right?
No, it's not hugely well-known.
But okay,
it's a beauty.
It's a rocker.
Oh my gosh, this music is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is music from the heartland. That's the best way I can say it. It's got a little bit of country, a little bit of rock, a little bit of gospel, a little bit of little Broadway-ish stuff in it. And gosh, the creators of this, Trey Anastasio from Fish, the band Fish, Amanda Green, amazing songwriter, lyricist, and Doug Wright, who wrote the book for this, and he's a Broadway star, Pulitzer Prize winner. Amazing.
And we open?
We open on Thursday, August 1st.
Okay, now look. Woo! Okay, trust me on this, and you know I've never steered you wrong. This show, it's gonna rock you. You're gonna like it. Okay, so you go to Numerica Pack. Just go on Google Numerica Pack. It'll bring you right to where you can get tickets and that type of thing. There's lots of tickets still available, but what's been happening with these Hot August Night shows? They run 3 weekends. What's been happening the last 2 weekends?
Sold out.
Sold out. They run 3 weekends. The first weekend, everybody that sees it loves it. The word gets out, and the last 2 weekends sell out. So we want to encourage people to come see it in this first weekend.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our weather window and take you up north to our friends in Okanagan County and looking out at beautiful Methow area and the Methow River joining the Columbia River. Of course, Pateros and Brewster in the shot there as well. Just a beautiful day all around our viewing area and North Central Washington with lots of sunshine, just a smattering of clouds throughout the day throughout our area. We did see a little bit of patchy smoke too. There is that small fire burning around Stehekin, and we could see a little bit more of that tonight as well. But all in all, it was a beautiful day today, a lot like yesterday, especially temperature-wise. We did see temperatures, in fact, exactly like yesterday, at least unofficially 90 degrees today. Once again, right about where we should be for this time of year. 89 is our normal high temperature. Right in the ballpark for our lows, too. 62 this morning, 63 is normal. 105 scorching degrees. Our record high, that was set back in 1971. Record low 51 degrees set in 1964. Still at 4.23 inches of moisture since January 1st. That's now about 3 to 4/10 of an inch behind where we should be for this time of year. So we should be at about 4.5 inches for this time of year. Sunrise this morning 5:38 and the sun will set tonight at 8:36. Before we get to the details of the next 7 days, let's take a peek into your Thursday forecast and expect a day a lot like today. We will see winds pick up late in the day, especially into tomorrow night, but temperatures on the warm side. 94 for Moses Lake, 92 in Quincy. We will see 92 degrees here in the Wenatchee area as well. 89 for you folks in Leavenworth. 91 your Thursday high temperature in Chelan. Omak, you're going to be hot too tomorrow with a high temperature of 93 degrees. Now let's take a look at your surface loop and begin tonight and take you all the way through the weekend into early next week. Tonight clear. We mentioned patchy smoke is possible from that fire in Stehekin. Our winds just about right to bring just a little bit of a smoke our way. A west breeze tonight, but lots of clear skies. Those clear skies will continue into Thursday. Once again, all wrapping around a large area of high pressure that's dragging all of that warmth up from the Arizona, Southern California area. And we will see hot temperatures on Thursday once again into the lower and mid 90s. Friday, mostly sunny. We will see just a weak system. It was spinning off the coast of Washington. It'll move up into British Columbia, and that will kick our winds up for Friday. It will cool us down just slightly too, back into the mid and upper 80s, and then right back to the warm stuff as we get into the weekend on Saturday. Clear skies throughout most of Washington on Saturday. Folks, it looks like a gorgeous weekend. And then even a little bit hotter on Sunday. We'll see temperatures once again in the lower to mid 90s. Remember that color chart, darker orange and red. That means hot temperatures. Sunday, the beginning of a heat wave, which will continue obviously then into Monday with even hotter temperatures. Boy, spots in the Tri-Cities. You folks in Moses Lake will see temperatures upper 90s to near 100 degrees, and that will continue into Tuesday. Maybe a little bit of a reprieve on Tuesday, but it looks like for now this hot weather is going to stay with us past Tuesday into midweek and maybe even late next week. So get ready for some hot weather. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. Tonight, a very mild 64 degrees for our low temperature, 92 for Thursday, so it will be a warm one. We mentioned a weak cold front, an area of low pressure slides through our area on Friday, cooling us down just slightly below normal at 86 for Friday. We will see winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Saturday and Sunday, our weekend looks fantastic. 89 high temperature Saturday, all the way up to 92 for a high on Sunday. And it just gets warmer than that as we kick off our next work week on Monday. 94 Monday and 92 your high temperature on Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Dear Merry Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Merry Maids.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. Now, even though the Wenatchee Apple Sox didn't play last night, they lost ground in their plight for the playoffs. The team the Sox are chasing, the West Coast League's North Division Victoria, beat Cowlitz last night 12-3 as Nick Playa hit a 2-run homer and had four RBIs in the game, that is. That pushes the Harbor Cats to .001 percentage points in front of Wenatchee in the division second half race. Now, that's a .688 winning percentage to Wenatchee's .667. So it's close. Apple Sox lead over Bellingham, meanwhile, and the overall standings for the second and final playoff spot in the division is down to a game and a half after the Bells knocked off Ridgefield last night, 10-9. Bellingham plated 7 runs in the second inning, highlighted by Derek Marshall's 3-run home run to make the difference. So, taking a look at the overall standings, there you have Wenatchee at 24-21, Bellingham 21-21. Port Angela is still alive at 19-23. Now let's go back to the Les Schwab scoreboard for the West Coast League last night. Lefties Dwayne Angabrandt pitched 6 innings of scoreless baseball to lift Port Angeles over Kelowna 4-3. And Corvallis, Zach Needham's 2-run home run highlighted a 3-run fourth inning, and Ben made it hold up in a 3-2 win over the Knights. Portland brought 10 men to the plate in a 4-run fourth inning and went on for a 5-4 win over Walla Walla. 7 of the 9 in the lineup got a hit for the Pickles, who bounced back from being swept in Wenatchee. And in non-league play, Highline erupted for 5 runs in the 6th inning to beat Yakima Valley 6-1. Pippins have now lost 3 straight. Well, since we're talking about the Pippins, we'll have Wenatchee's game versus Yakima Valley Saturday, live right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Pregame begins at 6:15, first pitch at 6:35. I'll have your play-by-play along with a cast of thousands at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. That's Saturday right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Okay, back to the West Coast League North Division standings. Victoria and Wenatchee are atop, but again, Harbor Cats have a slim edge, a mere 1,000th of a percentage point in the winning column. Port Angeles lurking 2 games back. Yakima Valley is 4.5 games out. Then you have Kelowna and Bellingham. By the way, the Apple Sox take their final step out of league play with a game tonight against Cascade Collegiate. These 2 teams met to open the season back in June, with Wenatchee coming out on top 10-1. In fact, the Apple Sox 4-0 in non-league games so far this year and have averaged 12 runs per game in those contests. First pitch tonight will be at 6:35. Cascade Collegiate, by the way, is 0-3 against West Coast League teams, having fallen to Wenatchee, Yakima Valley, and Walla Walla. Well, Kyle Seager was a double shy of the cycle. The Mariners won their 6th straight game by downing Texas 8-5 last night. Seager's 2-run triple in the 7th broke a 5-all tie. He also hit his 9th home run of the season in the top of the 2nd. Austin Nola upped his batting average to .333 with 3 hits, while Daniel Vogelbach drove in a couple of runs on 2 hits. The teams wrap up that quick series tonight. Mike Minor going for the Rangers. Seattle has not announced its starter. By the way, Mariner news late here this afternoon is that Roenis Elias is reportedly possibly moving over to the Washington Nationals in a trade. Also in the American League West last night, back to the Les Schwab scoreboard, Justin Verlander and 2 relievers combined on a 2-hit shutout of Cleveland as Houston won 2-0. In picking up his 14th win of the season, Verlander struck out 13 last night. Matt Tice was 2 for 3 with a 2-run home run to lead the LA Angels past Detroit 6-1. Shohei Ohtani also 3 for 4 in that game for the Halos with a run and an RBI. Oakland walked off against Milwaukee on Matt Olson's home run in the bottom of the 10th as the A's won that one 3-2. Well, yesterday's day 5 of Seahawks training camp was the first day in full pads, as we announced yesterday. Rookie free agent Ugo Amadi says he can't help but be energized by the big turnout of 12s each day in practice.
It was good, honestly. The weather's good. Body's feeling okay today, so it feels good, and the sun's out, and the fans are showing us so much love today, so overall it's a great day. Man, that's nothing but love, man. That makes me play a lot more tougher and harder, man. That just gives me like that adrenaline rush, man, that I need, man. When I'm tired, I feel like, ooh, I'm ready.
See, you can't help but be energized by that. Selected with overall 321st pick by the Seahawks in the draft pick, the University of Oregon, Amadi says he's doing all he can to get up to speed on the Seahawks defense.
Really advanced to where I'm at right now. I'm always in the playbook. I'm always talking to Bobby, about certain defenses. I'm always talking to the personal assistants that we have, making sure they keep me in the loop as well. So I'm just trying to stay ahead, and be available at all times. It slows the game down for me, man. That allows me just to play it without thinking, and that's huge for me, especially for a rookie. Playing the game without even thinking and just letting them play football, that's just a thing you need, especially for your defense.
NFL season gets underway with the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. A week from tomorrow, Seattle hosts the Denver Broncos at CenturyLink Field. Let the games begin. At Sports News, I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And we leave you tonight with video provided by the NCW Economic Development District featuring the city of Rock Island. It's titled, Looking to the Future. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
NCW Life channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life channel is your local TV station.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCW Life, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.
Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.